Today we're headed to Martha's Vineyard. We're not really sure what to expect, but we heard that it's a beautiful aesthetic island. And the Obamas live there, so it must be nice. No idea what's in store? Come along.
And there are literally people jumping off of this bridge.
I would love to live here.
She did it!
Let's go.
So in order to get to Martha's Vineyard, we actually have to take a ferry, but there's no parking where the ferry goes out to go to the island, so you have to park in these specific parking lots. So we just looked online, saved the address, and now we're parked in one of the parking lots. We also have our car that's gonna be charging because we have an electric rental car, so we're just gonna plug that in, and then there's a shuttle that actually takes us to where the ferries leave to go to Martha's Vineyard. Curly hair vibes. We put some gel in our hair, and now we're gonna let it free.
Right outside.
Oh, put your glasses on, Bubba. Look at that hair, girlfriend. I wish you were here with us now to vote whether we should bring the umbrellas or not. There's no rain in the forecast, but it's been raining almost every day.
I think we should bring them.
I don't think we should. I don't want to carry them though. It's heavy.
It's not that heavy.
I think we should. We're not gonna bring them. We'll let you know whether we actually needed them.
If you guys don't want to stand, you can get out. The next bus is right behind me.
It's a
Folks,
little
before I
crowded.
go, I'm gonna speak loud. So, Sandals. The address is 22 Technology Drive. Please remember where you parked your vehicle.
Dad just bought tickets for all four of us, and it was about $61. Also, the shuttle was about 20 minutes. Now we're gonna go hop on the ferry. We have to run because we got here 6 minutes before it actually leaves.
Yeah, the ferry leaves in 3 minutes, and we're gonna make it. So there's also an option to bring your car on the ferry, so you can get off on the island in your car, and that's why there's all these cars here. We're actually on the boat, and it's like a parking lot. So now we're gonna go up the stairs to the boat.
There's also a huge truck on here.
It's like a semi-truck on this boat. That's crazy.
Look.
So this boat ride is about 45 minutes to Martha's Vineyard. So right now we're looking for the cafe or some food to snack on so we can enjoy the ride. We found the food.
It's a big pretzel.
Looks good.
Oh, it's moving. You barely can tell it.
As we're arriving on Martha's Vineyard, we came out to the deck. It's a little bit chilly out here actually. We probably could use a jacket, but I'll have to show you the view. We're just like driving by the island and there's these big huge mansions like all along the island.
We just got off the boat and now we're gonna go explore. We have no idea what we're doing or where we're going.
Ferry took us to Vineyard Haven, which is a part of the island. We just found the main street. We just walked around Main Street in Vineyard Haven. A lot of cute shops, some restaurants, some historic buildings, but we're going to head over to Oaks Bluff, which seems to have a lot more sights. So now we're walking over to the boat terminal to catch the bus to Oaks Bluff. When we actually bought our tickets for the ferry, Dad actually also purchased bus tickets, and it was about $32 for all four of us, and they're good for the whole day. Changed our plans. We got in this bus and we were gonna get off at Oaks Bluff, but we realized it actually goes all the way to Edgartown, so we're headed to Edgartown now, and then we'll hit Oaks Bluff at the end of the day because the ferry goes from Oaks Bluff back to Cape Cod and then just catch the ferry home. We're about to cross Jaws Bridge right now, which is where they filmed the movie Jaws.
I would love to live here. Like, the houses are so pretty and like it's such a good vibe. And I'm like looking at these kids like walking on the buses, going by themselves with their friends, and I'm like, that must be so fun.
Right now we are in Edgartown, and the big draw here is the lighthouse. So we're walking toward the lighthouse and hoping we come across some restaurants to eat at, and it looks like there's some up ahead. Like there's the Wharf, there's Rockfish, which are actually names we're familiar with in terms of like seafood restaurants. We'll see what they look like and what we decide to eat. We found a restaurant, and we chose this restaurant because it had a kids menu. The kids menu is reasonable, so that is a win.
The last restaurant would look like it was like an entire month's salary just for lunch. There's a menu item there, $220.
I could get a lot of Lululemon clothing for that price. Dad ordered fried pickle chips. That's really good.
We finished lunch, and now we're walking to the lighthouse.
As we were walking toward the lighthouse, we came across a museum and decided to step in and see what it was about.
The lady said that the museum or exhibit is free and it's just based on donation, so you're recommended to make a $5 donation for every adult. And it's a little museum about the history of this island. And one of the main things she talked about was how Carnegie had a house here, and he was actually from Scotland, and he came very uneducated to the United States from Scotland with only a minimal education from elementary school. And he became one of the wealthiest people in the United States through the steel industry, like the railways. And then Carnegie gave all his money away that he made and all of his wealth to help build libraries around the United States, because that's how he became educated. And this was one of those first libraries that he built.
I feel like a witch.
Oh my gosh, it's like a big cauldron.
One thing this island is known for is whaling, and this pot was used for cooking the blubber. These are canes made from whale bones. This is a desk and chair from the Indian school, and it also has an inkwell. This is the lighthouse we're going to. Let's sit on a cow. This is from the carousel, and we'll go see that later. This museum was such a neat find.
We definitely recommend you stop here on your trip to Martha's Vineyard. After a quick stop at the museum, we continued towards the lighthouse.
The lighthouse is in sight. It's adorable. There are stones at the bottom of this lighthouse with names on them, and it's in remembrance of kids who have passed away.
Our visit to the lighthouse was very peaceful, but now it was time for something a little more adventurous.
We decided at the spur of the moment to stop at Jaws Bridge to just get some time in the sun, maybe go in the water, and there are literally people jumping off of this bridge.
It looks so fun, and I'm doing it.
There were all these people jumping off this bridge, and we were considering whether we were going to jump ourselves. This bridge may look tiny through the video, but in person it's actually a really high jump. But watching all these teenagers have so much fun made us want to conquer our fears and try it ourselves. At this point, Mom, Sage, and I were trying to work up the courage to jump off the bridge. It looked so fun, but at the same time, jumping from that height was really scary.
Everywhere we go, it turns to paradise. All I know is that I need you.
Jumping off the side of a pier on a busy road is not quite my cup of tea.
And then Mom finally got the courage to jump.
Let me show you how it feels to
So I did it. I closed my eyes so I couldn't see how far down it was, and then jumped. But water is so far up my nose, I think it's like in my stomach. It tastes disgusting.
Meanwhile, the car's driving by.
Now it was time for Sage and I to face our fears. While Rory and I were still thinking about it, Mom did a couple more jumps just for fun.
Show off.
Building the courage to jump was a lot harder than it looked. There was a lot of back and forth, and Sage sat on the edge for a bit just thinking about jumping. Then these teenage girls invited Sage to jump with them, and she finally got the courage to jump.
I wanna say forever. We could be good together.
She did it! Sage did it! She just jumped off. There was a girl who asked her if she wanted to do it with her, and she did it! I bet she was so proud of herself.
Well, apparently nobody understands what this sign means, because they're all jumping and diving off the bridge.
Now she's feeling super brave. So that was super fun. Everyone was jumping off Jaws Bridge just like they did in the movie. It was like a bunch of teenagers hanging around. I jumped off first. The girls were really hesitant. It's really high and it's very scary because you have to like stand on the edge of the bridge to jump, and it's super scary. Rory and Sage originally decided they weren't going to jump off the bridge, so we went to go play on the beach. And on the way back to the bus stop, a girl that Sage had been talking to asked her if she wanted to jump with her. And then Sage got the courage to actually jump off. Rory, on the other hand, Rory right here, she has a fear of heights, which is totally normal. I think everybody kind of has a fear of heights, but heights aren't her thing. So she didn't jump this time, but maybe next time. She's a little disappointed, but it's okay. Like, everybody has their thing. If it was scuba diving, she'd be all for it, and Sage would not scuba dive. Every kid's different. Everybody's different. How do you feel?
Good. It was like, it didn't look high. It's probably not from the camera. But then you're at the, and this is the water, and they jump down, and you're like, and I kind of plugged my nose because my mom said that water were all the way like up her nose.
Are you getting on the ferry? You got like 5 seconds.
Okay, we got off the bus. We're now in Oaks Bluff, which is like the main area of Martha's Vineyard, and we're gonna look for maybe some coffee, a sweet treat, maybe some ice cream.
We just came across the carousel, and it's apparently the oldest carousel in the whole United States. We just came across this little place across from the carousel. It has donuts, bagels, coffees, Dells, which is a frozen like lemonade, which is like a slushie. Then they have homemade ice cream, so we're gonna stop here and get something to eat or snack on, or Dells or whatever.
At this point, we were looking for a place our cousin had told us about, and we weren't really sure if we were in the right location.
We are looking for a place called the Gingerbread Houses, and we think this is it. We're not really sure.
We were told the gingerbread houses were like little doll houses that people actually live in.
These are adorable. They're like little doll houses. They're so cute. I just want to go play in them.
They look picture perfect.
Yeah, they're like so artistic.
And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change.
What's even cuter is that actually people live in them.
Or maybe they vacation.
We thought that they might be rented out as vacation rentals, but we weren't really sure.
It looks like every single one of these have a theme. Like this one's like horror, that one's like Hello Kitty vibes.
Yeah, that one's like sailor.
I was wrong, it's not Hello Kitty.
So cute. 1864.
After seeing these adorable cottages, Dad stopped for a coffee. And then we headed back to the ferry to take it back to Cape Cod.
Now we're headed back on the boat to have a 45-minute boat ride to Woods Hole. Then we're going to get our car and then drive to Boston.
Kiss you before the sun goes down.
So we're on the boat back to Woods Hole now. Rory fell asleep. He made friends with the whole family over there. I think he's telling them about our YouTube channel.
We took the shuttle back to our car and then drove to Boston where our hotel was. We hope you enjoyed this super fun vlog. Please subscribe so you don't miss our next episode in New York City.
We're in New York City for the next 4 days and we cannot wait. Now we have found the right train. We are so sad right now.
Yeah, drip on me.
I've done some haggling in the past,
Today is 4th of July and we're in New York City.
and someone's growling at you. That's a sign that you should leave.
Bye for now.
Listen to the voice inside me, a voice that I